Okay, so let's get into this deep dive. We're looking at this one specific source today.
Right, and it details a pretty, well, let's just say unexpected event, reportedly.
Exactly. It says it happened right inside the White House, involving some very big names you'll definitely recognize.
Yeah, the court report is about an alleged physical clash
Mhm.
between Elon Musk and Scott Bessent, the U.S. Treasury Secretary at the time.
This was apparently during the Trump administration, and the source claims this incident had some pretty major fallout.
So our job here is really just to unpack what this specific source tells us, what it claims happened, why it supposedly mattered so much.
We're sticking just to this one account, laying out what it reports.
Okay, so the source sets the scene first, describes the Oval Office, apparently pretty tense.
Yeah, noticeably tense, it says. This was right after a meeting about appointing a new IRS commissioner, of all
Which
things.
is interesting, right? That specific topic being the trigger. The source says Musk and Bessent just strongly disagreed on who should get that IRS job.
They had different candidates they were pushing. Right there.
Mm-hmm. And according to this report, things really escalated after President Trump apparently went with Bessent's choice.
That decision, the source claims, that's what really kicked things off.
And there was a specific insult mentioned, reportedly fueling it.
Oh, yeah.
The source says Bessent called Musk a total fraud and linked it to Musk supposedly not following through on promises about cutting federal spending.
Wow, total fraud. That's pretty direct language for that setting.
Definitely. And then, according to this count, it didn't stop at words.
No, it reportedly got physical. The source describes Musk shoving Bessent with his shoulder.
Using the phrase like a rugby player,
Yeah.
that's the description in the source.
Yeah. And that reported shove then apparently provoked Bessent to, well, strike back.
Quite the image the source paints there.
It really is.
And immediately the source says others stepped in,
Yeah.
bystanders broke it up.
Right, separated them, and Musk was then reportedly escorted out of the West Wing.
Imagine that, just being walked out after something like that.
And the source includes President Trump's supposed reaction, too.
It does. Reportedly, he just remarked, "This is way too much."
Which, yeah, seems about right if this account is accurate.
So, connecting the dots, this source presents that specific clash, that moment, as the real breaking point.
The absolute end of the line for the Musk-Trump relationship, according to this narrative.
And the source points to the public aftermath as evidence for that interpretation.
Right, this reported spat that then spilled onto social media very publicly.
Yeah, the source claims Musk went after Trump, supposedly bringing up connections to the Epstein files.
And Trump then reportedly fired back, calling Musk, a drug-addled lunatic.
Pretty harsh words flying back and forth there, as reported.
And the source wraps that part up by citing White House insiders.
Saying these insiders believe the relationship is just, well, permanently broken. Done. Even claims Musk tried to backtrack later, deleting posts.
But the source's take via these insiders is that it was too late. The damage was done.
So, summing up this specific account,
Hmm.
we have a disagreement over a job appointment,
That reportedly escalates into a physical thing right in the Oval Office.
which this source claims then triggers this very public, very bitter online feud.
Yeah. It really makes you think, based on this report, how quickly things can apparently fall apart, even at that level.
These high-level interactions, these alliances, seem like they can fracture fast over conflict, over perceived insults, according to this source.
It's a potent reminder, if this account holds water, about volatility.
Definitely. And the source kind of leaves you, the listener, with this question to ponder.
Which is
This report right? Was this the absolute definitive end of that relationship? Or, could there somehow, surprisingly, be another chapter down the road?
something to think about based on this one pretty striking report we've just unpacked.